Now, millions of internet users across Britain are struggling to get access to high-speed broadband. Research for the BBC shows it's people in towns as well as the countryside that are being left in the internet's slow lane.
Rory Jones is in one area where residents have taken the matter into their own hands. He's in Cumbria. Morning, Rory.
Good morning. I'm in Alston, the highest market town in England, and actually a pretty good place to get broadband. They've got a BT exchange providing it for some time. Even before that, they had their own network that they built. In fact, we're broadcasting to you over that network. It's being beamed off that hill behind me, and by the magic of the internet is coming to the studio over their Cybermoor broadband network. But a few miles away in the country are some of the people who are still living in the internet fast lane. Lowley.
It's a lovely place to live, but there is the odd drawback. Meet the Shaws, Caroline, David and their children, Alice and John. They'd love to have broadband, but their home in rural Cumbria is a not spot. So far from the BT exchange, they can only get a dial-up connection. That means when Dad's online, waiting an age for Google to load, nobody else can even make a phone call. And here's how long it takes for the children to load the first page of Facebook.
Nearly 5 minutes. It's incredibly slow and rather annoying when you're trying to do something and it doesn't connect.
Just because we live in the country doesn't mean to say we don't need access to things. We need it as much as everyone else.
After any TV programme, documentaries, things like that, for more information, go to the internet. And it just takes so long, it's virtually impractical.
Now, it's fair to say only a tiny minority of homes are still in the same position as the Shaws, but far more struggle to get the 2 megabit connection that the government says everyone should get.
Research for the BBC found that as many as 3 million UK homes couldn't get broadband at 2 megabits a second. Places with under 2 megs, the blue spots, or under half a meg, the red spots, are spread right across Britain. Not just in the countryside, but in and around major cities too. Alston in Cumbria has long been impatient to join the broadband fast lane. This house is just getting hooked up via Wi-Fi to the Cybermoor broadband network. They're even digging up the country lanes to lay fibre optic cables and make their community network even faster. So at his very remote house, a few miles outside Alston, Jules Cady has quite a decent broadband connection. It's beamed across the valley to his house, and without it, he says, his work as a web designer would be impossible.
I can be productive in a wonderful area, and I can stay competitive with other people doing similar work in urban areas.
In the town or the country, we're all getting more demanding about broadband, but putting all of Britain in the fast lane won't come cheap.
Now, in a couple of weeks' time, we'll hear from the government about its plans to bring that universal 2 megabits minimum broadband to the whole of the country. But as we've seen around here, digging up the roads, laying fibre optic cables and so on, it's all a pretty expensive business, and we've still got to find out from the government how it's all going to be paid for.
Thanks, Rory. Thank you very much.
Now, do you know the sign for a zebra crossing? Or how about no motor vehicles? New research